Buddy.
Good morning, church.
Good morning.
First, I would like to give all praises to God. And all my blessings.
Yes, sir.
Give honor to pastor of this church, Pastor Nance. To all of you, my friends, my family, I thank you.
Take your time.
I'm here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about that. You know, some people think because you put some DNA inside of a person that you think that. But I'm here to tell you, just because you have your DNA inside of somebody don't mean that you're that. It don't mean that you're a father. What makes you a dad is spending time with your kids.
Amen.
What
Amen.
makes you a father is teaching them things.
Yes.
And there's a whole bunch of people in this church here today that taught me a lot. It wasn't just that. There was a lot of men in this church that sat me down and talked to me. There was a lot of women that sat me down and talked to me. And they told me, son, keep coming to church.
Yeah.
Bring them kids to church.
Amen. Amen.
Teach them kids how to be. And that's what I learned from. I can remember times where the guys be downstairs and then they be laughing and talking about how sharp I dressed and talking about how they wanted to be like me when they grew up. But the one thing I always told them is I want to be like them. That's the one thing I told that man. I want to be like you. I want to make you proud of me.
Yeah.
The things I remember is he liked to always be early for appointments. He used to always tell me, well, be here at this time. And I say, Dad, we ain't got to be there until this time. But I realized today that was because when we was taking that journey, when we was driving to those doctor's appointments, when we was driving to those family reunions,
Oh, yeah.
he was telling me that because he was telling me, son, slow down. You're going too fast. Don't go that way because you might get a ticket. See, those were the things he was teaching me. Those are the things that I remember. It wasn't that he wanted to just always tell you what to do, but he was teaching me. And he taught me a lot. He taught me how to be patient, and not try to always be in a rush. He taught me how to slow down because I might miss something that wasn't meant for me. I can remember the times when I was in this church and the people was telling me things that I didn't want to hear because I thought I knew it all. But today, I can look around and tell y'all, thank you. Thank you.
Amen. Amen.
I can remember times when I had to stand up here and say the welcome. In this church, everybody looking at you.
Yeah.
They told me it's going to be all right.
Yeah.
Let's stand up there and just let the Lord use you. That's what I did. So when me and Dad used to be out here going to these doctor's appointments, to the family reunion, the way he used to smile,
Yeah.
he got the right name, Smiley, because he loved to smile. He loved his family. He always poured into his family. He was always there for his family.
Amen. Amen.
And I can remember like it was yesterday. He walked up to me and said, "You like jazz?"
Oh, yeah.
And I'm a young man. I don't know too much about jazz, but it was just the thing of him asking me. It was a privilege. And I said, yes, I like all types of music. He said, I like all types of music too. But you couldn't turn on that rap stuff.
That's right.
But he said, would you like to go to a concert?
Amen.
And back then, I really wasn't too big on concerts. But I said, sure, of course. And we went to that concert. And I remember how happy he was
Amen.
for me to be there with him.
Amen.
I can remember how good it made him feel and how he smiled and he tapped his foot. But see, that was the stuff y'all taught us, tapping your foot. Y'all went all of this. He was sitting there tapping his foot and listening to some good music. this concert was about 8 hours long. And I had to get up and move around, but he sat there the whole concert. And he enjoyed it. And to see how he enjoyed it, and I enjoyed it. I can remember how we used to go to family reunions and everybody walked up to him and hugged him and kissed him. I was like, I remember how he used to say, they used to say, who was that? And he said, that's my son. It's a privilege to be able to call somebody's son.
Amen.
I can remember when I walked in the doctor's office with him, and they said, who are you? I said, that's my dad.
Amen.
Now, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
It's not about you to be able to say, I put some DNA in you, and I'm your father, and you're going to listen to me. But to teach them, and spend that time, that's what it's all about.
Amen.
So when we was going all these places together, one day I just told him, I'm going to adopt you. See, usually they adopt us, but I told him I was going to adopt him. And he just lit up there, and he smiled, and he said, okay. And that was the most happiest time of my life.
Amen.
I couldn't have asked for a better person to be my dad.
Amen.
Because I didn't know what a dad was. I grew up trying to teach myself how to do things. And it wasn't that he came in my life when I was older, but he came in my life at the right time when I needed somebody to show me how to do things. I needed somebody in my life to say, it's going to be okay. Don't worry about it, son. That was what it was all about. And he did that for a lot of people.
Amen.
He did that for a lot of people. He didn't have to say nothing about it. But that's what he did. He taught me how that you have to love people. And he was real firm with it.
Yes, he was.
He believed in what he believed, and he would let you know that. And sometimes I was thinking about it then, like, Dad, you ain't got to be so harsh. You ain't got to be so funny. But that's what he had to do because he wanted you to get it. He wanted you to understand that we live in the life today. We got the best life. We live in our best life. Because when he was coming up, they couldn't do nothing. We got so much freedom in the world today that he didn't have that. They had to work hard to live in that. So I thank you for everything he did to me. I thank you for everything he taught me. And I'll be forever grateful for that.
Amen.
I can stand up there and talk forever about him, the good times that I had with him, the people that I met through him, all of that. But I just want to tell all you, I love you. Thank you for being here to just show the love that y'all have for him. Thank you for just loving on me and asking me am I okay. And I don't have a problem telling you, no, I ain't okay.
I know.
I'm missing a part of me right now. I'm really missing them. You know, and usually you think when people die, they get sick and they go through that process. But he didn't go through that. He didn't complain about being sick. So if you saw him, he might say that, I'm just going to rest today. But he wasn't sitting there, I'm so sick and I can't do this. He was still to this day trying to drive.
Amen.
He was trying to do it all. And I can remember taking him to his eye appointment, and he said, the doctor, he asked the doctor, can you write me a note because they won't give me my driver's license. And I said, yeah, you ain't in the 6th grade no more. I said, but it was God telling him it was time to slow down on that drive. But somehow he worked it out when he got his license, y'all. So he went to glory with his license. He had his license in his hand. I did. But that's the kind of things that I've learned from him. And you've learned from him. And the kind of type of things that he taught us all. So I just want us to always keep this memory in our lives. Always be able to love on each other. Try to teach people in our lives the way to live because that's what a father does. That's what a dad does. That's what a mother does. And that's what we need to be doing for each other. No matter whether it's so biological or whatever. We got to help each other. I thank everybody that's being here. God bless you all. Thank you.
Amen.
Jim.
bless you. My name is Jim Houston, and I'm a Brother Smiley since 1971. We worked together at Kroger Warehouse, and we had a little family that me, him, Richard Palmer, and Joe Hayes. We had just a nice little family there. And me and Smiley, we go back a long time. We used to brag about we had the fastest car here at the Cadillac. The Cadillac would run. I had a Lincoln, and we brag on who had the fastest car. He was a great dresser too. We brag on who had the dress, all his suits to wear. But he was a good friend, and we just enjoyed, being working together in our family. But we worked there for about 10, 12 years, and he was something else, One time I told him, I said, I'm gonna whoop you. He said, you ain't got no rocks in your pocket, bro. and that's just the way we were. But when I went by to see him, when him and Lois was still, before she passed. Then I went by to see him after he was sick. And we would come down and we would talk about everything. We would talk about church and things we did way back in Kroger's. But he was a great guy. He really was. And I'm just thankful that I had this opportunity. I'm thankful for the son that called me at the last minute, but I'm just thankful. But I want to give my brother, the thing that he needed. That he wanted. And that's just to say what a good person he was. He really was. I just thank you.
Amen.